Hello, everyone. Marty Weisberg here, your host for the Joint Venture Success Summit. And here with me is Rob Goyette, and we'll be talking about how to do a joint venture launch promotion. I love this topic. This is so much valuable, especially for coaches, authors, and speakers, particularly coaches who want to employ joint venture marketing in their strategy. So I'm excited to be talking with Rob today. And I just want to welcome you on stage. I am so excited about this. So I know you are going to be sharing with us a powerful presentation about this topic, which I am so excited about. And I'm sure our viewers, especially those who are coaches, are going to be loving this. So I'm going to hand over the stage for you, and let's get started.
Okay, sounds great. All right, so how to do a JV launch promotion. We'll start off with a quick background. I know some speakers like to go on for hours about their story, but I do want to tell you guys where I came from and see if any of that sort of helps make everything make sense. Family-wise, I live in Colorado Springs. I have a wife and 2 sons, and my wife's actually German. So for the last, I guess we've been back a year, but for the last 4 years prior to that, we were living in Germany. And you know, the cool thing about being coaches and business owners like we are is we can really run our business anywhere, and that's just, to me, that's really, really cool. So so that's the family stuff. Career path, I'll just when I was I guess right out of high school, I thought I wanted to be a doctor, and I actually applied and got into medical school during my first year in college. My freshman year in college, I was actually accepted to go to medical school and become a doctor. And I thought that's where I wanted to go until I spent that next summer shadowing doctors around and almost passing out several times from blood and stuff like that. So I realized that being a doctor wasn't for me. So I changed my major, and I just thought, I didn't really know what to do, but I thought I'll get a business degree, specifically a marketing degree. And so I got my marketing degree. And about that, toward the end, almost when I graduated, started getting interested in Tony Robbins and personal development, self-improvement, stuff like that. I found a mentor, and that mentor told me I should sell life insurance. And so I just blindly did what he said. And I spent 11 very unpleasant months trying to sell life insurance. But I learned a lot along that way. What I learned is how to sell. And I also had a lot of time in my car driving to appointments. So I grabbed every self-help tape, they were cassette tapes back then, that I could find and listen to them in my car. So with all this driving around between appointments, I really put a lot of good stuff into my head, and that still serves me to this day. So I'm really glad about the experience. Another thing that I learned, though, when selling insurance is how to ask for referrals. And that is so important in our business, is the ability to get referrals. So anyway, that's sort of the life insurance segment of my story. But I was not happy, so not with the career or what I was selling. So I came across an opportunity to become a computer instructor, and I ended up teaching adults how to use all the Microsoft and Adobe programs on Windows and Mac, and really got some technical expertise. From there, I worked my way into a position for a local school district where I ran a network of over 1,300 computers, and so I knew the software from teaching. Now I knew like the hardware and the networking from running the technology for a medium-sized school district. So I've got a really strong technology background, and that led to sort of a curiosity about this whole internet thing as it was coming about, and it was before Google was well known anyway. But so I took some of my technical knowledge and started learning about internet marketing. And I learned about SEO, and I figured out how to get to the top of the search engines. And then I started learning about pay-per-click advertising, and really just a lot about internet marketing. And it was cool because I had all the technology skills to try things very quickly. And some of it worked. I ended up being the number 2 affiliate in the world for Nightingale Conant, which was I don't know if you know who Nightingale Conant are, but they make a lot of self-help tapes. So I had listened to all these self-help tapes driving around in my car. A lot of them were from Nightingale Conant. So I had the product expertise to really know the market and know the product, and ended up marketing for them and becoming their number 2 affiliate. I did the same thing with Robert Kiyosaki. I was his number 2 affiliate for a while. He's the Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy. I had read some of his books and liked what he had to say. and started learning internet marketing and search engine optimization and pay per click and all that, all that fun internet marketing stuff. Got pretty good at it, and started making some money while still employed at the school. But I really wanted to be my own boss, really wanted to have my own company, and whether smart or stupid, in 2007, I left my safe, secure job. I jumped without a net, had nothing guaranteed other than maybe one $300 a month coaching client. So I jumped without a net, and luckily I landed pretty well. I had been friends with Christian Michelson for a while, and he hired me to join his team. So I got to use all of my internet marketing skills and technology skills to work with Christian over a 7-year period. And that's really where I got to know the coaching niche and really understand how to sell within that niche and also how to support that niche. So that's sort of my career path, going from out of high school up to really being on the teams of Christian Michelson and a lot of his peers, supporting them with their technology and marketing. And the more of his peers I supported and the more people I got to know, I had been doing what I call consulting, which is where I actually would do the work for people, and sort of moving over into coaching, which is supporting them over the phone and telling them what to do, or helping their assistants implement the strategies I suggest. So I sort of moved from the consulting model to the coaching model, and I love the coaching model. Coaching model is so awesome. Many of you probably watching this or listening to this are coaches, and I'm sure you know a lot of the upside of being a coach. There are some downsides, right? Especially, there's a joke about how do small business owners sleep. We could say, how do coaches sleep? And the joke answer, the punchline, is in the fetal position. It's simply because we're oftentimes nervous or scared or worried about where we're going to get clients or get money. But I tell you, I love being a coach and I love supporting coaches. So, I did that all the way until really a few years ago. And I still coach, but I realized that I was using a lot of my talents to make other people rich, to help other people be really successful. I was taking my best and brightest ideas and I was just giving them away to my clients. And that's great. It helped them and they paid me, and I guess it was a fair exchange. But I realized that I should really be doing some of this for myself. So it was probably around 2014 or so. I was living in Germany, no local clients at all, doing everything over the phone, different time zones, all those challenges. But I took a course from Gina Gabellini called Profit Quest. It's got a new name now, but at the time it was called Profit Quest. And I went through her course, and her course pretty much helps you figure out both the mindset and the practical side of being a successful business owner. Business plans, marketing strategies, mindset, all that stuff. And so I applied it and created my own product. So I created my first product in, I think it was 2014. And it was a product on how to create and deliver automated webinars. And the reason that I had expertise in this subject is I'd helped so many of my clients set up and deliver automated webinars. And I knew they worked and knew that more people wanted to learn how to use them. So that's when I moved from, at least in my mind, from business coach to business owner. I started using my own coaching and consulting ideas and strategies to build my own list and to start joint venturing with people and really make some of my own money from products and programs, as opposed to being hired as someone's coach, or consultant. So I moved to business owner in 2014. And I will tell you, the next stage in my growth, which was growth financially as well as time and energy and happiness and everything else, came in late or possibly early 2016. I had two big ideas around that time. One was in January, one was in February. I'm pretty sure that's right. And I decided to, my product was selling well and it was putting food on the table and all that good stuff. But these two big ideas I had came from scratching my head and using the same sort of resources I would normally use to help clients. I decided to use for myself. And the first big idea that I came up with was a laser coaching program, 15-minute laser coaching sessions, unlimited for a year or 2 years. And I started putting that offer out to my list saying, hey, if you want, you can pay me a fixed amount and hire me for unlimited 15-minute phone coaching sessions for a full year, or in some cases 2 years. And they gobbled it up like crazy. People bought this thing. I didn't have to have a web page or anything. It was all email marketing, just explaining the offer to people, and they snapped it up like crazy. And that led to a record-breaking month in January. So that was one of the big ideas that I had, and I still use it to this day. I've got over 51 clients with this model. And so if you're a coach, this model works really, really well. The second big idea, and we're almost to the end of my story here, but the second big idea that I had, and you know, maybe it wasn't my idea, but I think the way that I came to it was sort of my own, but is a VIP weekend. And so I had thought about holding a live event and inviting a bunch of people on my list to come to Denver, Colorado. I live in Colorado Springs, but that's a small airport. So Denver, Colorado, have a bunch of people come in, and I'll just help them get their stuff done. Because I realized that's one of the buttons to push with some of our customers and clients is, you know, they learn a lot of stuff, but they don't often implement. And so my model was to get stuff done, both in the laser coaching and in this whole VIP thing. But what I realized is when I tried to hold this thing in Denver, nobody really raised their hand and said, I will be there. I'll pay all the money you're asking. I'll buy a plane ticket. I'll get a hotel for 3 or 4 days and hang out with you. There's a lot of friction to bringing people to you. So the idea that I came up with was, what if I came to them? What if I actually hopped on the plane myself and went out and visited clients one-on-one and spent 3 full days on their business? So I call that my Get It Done VIP weekend, and that was responsible for setting an even higher sales record in my business. So January was at one level, February was even higher than that from this second big idea. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm still, I guess, coasting on the laser coaching model and the VIP weekends. They're doing so well. I've recently created another product, and I suppose evolving like we all are. But that's my story, start to current.